Need something built?
Alright, welcome to Game 3 between Is Coh2 Good Yet and Easy as Pie. Vo Farmlands once again. It's going to be double Soviets on the left, Easy as Pie versus Mixed Axis on the right. We're from Siberian and Siez. So, last game, Siberian and Siez were allies, mixed allies on the left, and they really struggled against an elephant and Yag tigers, so we'll see what they choose to do. They might be thinking about repaying their enemy in kind,
We have it.
throwing their own Yag tiger on the field. But I guess we'll see what happens.
Engineers
And
standing by.
we're gonna have double Soviets instead of double Americans, though,
Fresh
from
conscripts
Easy as
have
Pie.
arrived.
So we'll see what they choose to do as well. Easy going with double conscript start. Lethal Pie also going with double conscript start, although building himself a special rifle command. So I think they're going to stick with their same strategy from game one, which was like six
We have more conscripts at our disposal.
conscripts or so between them. Siez looks like he's thinking about actually. So Easy as Pie actually set up a really hard defense in this open field sort of area around these hedges, I guess. But Siez is actually going to be going to set his truck up here, which has actually been a really popular spot this tournament, so no big surprise there actually. So they're probably going to have a more of a stronghold in the south area of the map. And one of the reasons I like Vo Farmlands so much is because it does give you a lot of options in that regard. It's very big and open, but it also has a nice distribution of buildings and obstacles and shot blockers and things like that. Although there might be a few too many fences in the south area, making Maxim play very difficult, if not like impossible. Kuba Wagon forcing away some conscripts here on the left side munitions point. Grenadiers also moving up to support. Meanwhile, combat engineers are going for the fuel, and some barbed wire going up on the VP from Siberian. And if we take a look at Axis builds, we will see 3 Grenadiers from Siberian, so no deviation from him, going with his standard 4 Grenadiers. It hasn't failed him yet, I don't think, that I can recall. Although he hasn't done it in every game. He did actually go sniper first once this tournament, although we haven't seen that since. So, yep, 4 Grenadiers. Meanwhile, Siez going with his Kuba Wagon into Folks Grenadiers, and then Battle Group Headquarters here. So that is going to be a strong defensive position. Oh, those Pioneers might catch them planting mines in red cover. Oh, jeez, no! Lethal Pie, pay attention! I'm not sure that's what's gonna get away. He noticed too late. That's a shame. That kind of hurts a little bit. He's gonna have to replace that. It's not the end of the world, though. Kuba Wagon suppressing some conscripts here. But there is an M3A1 moving up, but there's a perfectly placed Grenadier screen. The Faust does get off. He needs to get out of there, run! I'm not sure it's going to escape. That's many times that Lethal Pie has sort of driven right into a Grenadier screen and then lost his M3 immediately. That's definitely an area he could improve. Although he might get away. Siberian gives up the chase, but it doesn't look like he really has any intention of doing that. It's just so unsupported. The conscripts are nowhere nearby. Main gun destroyed. There it goes. Meanwhile, over here, Molotov going off on some folks. They're repositioning. Grenadiers also supporting. Conscripts taking territory. They certainly have allies have quite good map control, with Siberian supporting the battle group headquarters here in the south. Easy pretty much has free reign here in the north to just take territory, bully lone Grenadier squads. Maybe even go for the cutoff if he's able to harass really successfully. Which I've pointed out multiple times in the tournament, by the way, that this strategy right here, if you fortify a little too hard, you leave yourself a little bit vulnerable to being cut off. Like you can see, there's really no units in supporting range of these 2 cutoff points. Fortunately, he's focusing a little too much on fighting a battle he certainly could not win here in this house. He's just gonna get bled. sticking around in there.
Aufgepasst. Fallback position upgrade ready.
I'm not sure those grenadiers are gonna survive this. Although, Easy does need to close the distance a little bit. If they had hit that mine, that would have been like catastrophic, but unfortunately they did not. Conscripts oorahing into the building. New scout car from Lethal Pi trying to do what it can. These conscripts being forced away by Sturm Pioneers.
Supply Hubkette is ready for orders.
And away they go.
Upgraded.
The Allies are kind of losing their advantage a little bit now. Axis taking all the munitions. Although the Allies are grabbing this fuel, not sure they're going to be able to get it. I'm not sure. With the M3A1 moving up to support, this engagement probably could go either way. Sturm Pioneers retreat. Okay, so the Allies will be able to grab this fuel, or at least decap it for the moment. Our Grenadiers moving down along with the Panzerschreck, so this is only going to accomplish so much. We actually have mines going down, I think, before continuing to cap. I'm not sure what he's doing. That was a bit of a mistake. Could have at least tried to finish capping the fuel, now he's just going to be forced away.
Regimental headquarters advised. Panzer Fusiliers are ready for action.
Machine gun fire going back and forth here in the middle. Nice sneaky demo charge getting planted behind that building. So any Axis garrisons in there are going to get punished. Harassment happening up here in the north, also on the victory point. Finally, the Volksgrenadiers have retaken the south fuel. The Allied fuel is actually going to get cut off rather soon, so Axis map control is looking, I think, pretty good. The Allies don't pull something off here. Siez is actually bringing in Panzer Fusiliers now that he's hit 2 command points, so he has definitely gone Yak Tiger. And we actually didn't see like that many Panzer Fusiliers last game, but Siez certainly seems to like them. And the last time he was playing over Command West on this map, he did go Panzer Fusiliers, and it definitely worked. Until the very end, when he got shut down by ISUs. So depending on what his opponents choose to do, hopefully, I don't know, we'll see. This is actually a pretty typical game so far for Siberian and Siez, winning really hard in the early game. They just seem to have the early game down on Vo Farmlands as mixed Axis. Even against All-Stars, they were just dominating. It wasn't until the ISU hit the field that they really struggled. In fact, Siberian and Siez appear to get countered quite hard by super heavy tanks. The ISU and the Yak Tiger now have both beaten them. So that is their weakness. It is many players' weakness. It's every player's weakness. Shrek snipe. These Volksgrenadiers are somehow winning against conscripts at close range. Okay, and they're forced to retreat. Oh. Nice AT grenade load, taking out that 222. Got a little bit overly aggressive with that. Allies really struggling for map control now, though barely even managing to hang on to their fuel point here in the north.
Target secure. Hold in place. HQ here. Squad number.
CS still hasn't picked a doctrine, but I'd be pretty surprised to see anything other than Tiger Ace. Tiger Ace has actually not worked that well for him on this map, so he might switch up his strategy and go with something else. But we'll see. Lethal Pi has gone counterattack tactics, no huge surprise there, and Easy has gone with whatever this one is called. I still don't know the name. Mechanized support tactics. Okay. I'm gonna remember that. I'm not gonna forget. Mechanized support tactics.
We're under attack!
New scout car trying to harass the south. There are mines planted there, here. Some Siberians avoiding the road.
We are bleeding,
Not wanting to lose another one. Molotov going out. Ooh. Not bad. Gets one flame crit and deals like pretty heavy damage to the other squad. Meanwhile, he continues to hunt. I'm not sure what he's looking for. There's no snipers. I guess he's just looking for the enemy scout car. Meanwhile, G43 is doing a little bit of pushing, as well as other Panzer Fusiliers in the general area. Schwer Panzer HQ firing, suppressing those shock troops, although they are trying to get away under cover of smoke. Kugelwagen also going to be forced to reposition under field gunfire. Little harassment happening over here. Getting pushed back by these grenadiers though. Meanwhile, down here in the south, harassment by the Soviets failing. CS has a little too much infantry presence in the south for a lone flamer squad to really be able to accomplish anything, and stalemate for the middle continues as it tends to on this map. The dual roads making an assault either way extremely difficult.
Troops ready for action. Man down! We have a new T-34 standing by.
T-34 on the field. So that's good to see. Tier 3 and Tier 4 actually, but I think we've seen this strategy from Easy as Pi before, so I think we're going to see a Katyusha from Lethal Pi, and he's going to be ISU, or Katyusha into ISU, whereas Easy's going to be T-34 into, T-34 into ISU, whereas Lethal Pi is going to be Katyusha into B4, so he's on sort of indirect fire duty, whereas Easy is on medium to heavy armor duty. Medium armor into assault gun, rather. T-34 getting repaired. Our engine damaged and it needs repairs. Doesn't look like there's any combat engineers in the area. Meanwhile, CS continues to have a pretty hard defense setup over here. Panzer Fusiliers are so durable, so it takes a lot to flush them out of green cover. And without a heavy mortar or anything, I think the Soviets are really going to struggle here. Since they've both chosen a doctrine that does not have a heavy mortar, I don't know what they're going to do.
Mortar team reports ready for combat.
I guess they're going to try their luck with a regular mortar, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Uh-oh. Yeah, he should not have done that. Don't get in that house. Don't get in that house. Don't do that. It's suicide. Oh, Katyusha almost takes out the infantry support gun in one volley. Gets away with a sliver.
We are in the ship now! Grenade! Get down! Check your range! Round hitting high!
Panzer Fusiliers getting suppressed.
Enemy fire! They've opened up on us! All sections down! Do their attack!
So yeah, is heading back for some heals. It didn't even really take any bleed, honestly. It's just gonna heal up. It's like pretty much totally fine. Is that a grenade? That was a little off target though. Still, if the Choo doesn't fire at the scout car, there it goes.
Engineer standing by.
So that's Siberian's second scout car down. Take a look at what he's choosing to do. Still no doctrine. Still no doctrine selection. We do have just packs, I guess. Playing a pretty defensive game. Setting up packs in the middle. Doesn't want to get overwhelmed by medium armor. T-34. It's really just a lone T-34. And if Easy as Pi continue with the same build they've been using, there's only going to be one T-34. And then he's just going to hold out for his ISU. That's still quite a ways away, and they could be doing a little bit better for resources, although they are now taking control of the south fuel again, and they've held the north fuel for pretty much the whole game. Siberian SC has more playing the munitions game, which is important when you go Panzer Fusiliers, because you want to get the G43 upgrade, but you also need the Panzer Schrecks, so you have a lot to spend munitions on. But it's just so worth it.
We are as ready as we can be.
Because G43s are just so strong. You can almost go head to head with shock troops, which is important against counterattack tactics.
Enemy infantry!
The sector is at risk. Shift your cover! Keep them
Taking fire!
I think that Maxim took a rifle grenade. Repositioned out of it though, and unfortunately the Grenadiers are not able to unsuppress while under light conscript fire. Another rifle grenade going out. Oh! And if he doesn't pin that squad, oh, he's going to try and retreat. I don't think he should have tried to retreat. I think he should have just hoped for a lucky pin. Oh, never mind. There's T-34 support on the way. Maybe he'll be fine. Meanwhile, small blob, a modest blob, G43 Panzer Fusiliers is making its way across the top. Meanwhile, another force doing what it can here in the south. He doesn't quite see that demo charge yet. He has to get a little closer with the minesweeper. I think he's going to see it though, yeah. I'm not sure if he had seen it before or not. He knows it's there now. He may try and blow it up with a Panzer Fusilier grenade here. Yeah, grenade going out. It's not going, yep, oh, it is close enough, okay. I didn't think that was going to get it. And he should probably retreat those flamethrowers right now if he wants any hope of getting away. Yep, there he goes. Panther hitting the field. Wow, that's quite early. And it looks like Ciez is not going to let himself get bullied by ISUs this time. I even commented last game that holding out, trying to go straight for Jagdtiger was a bit of a mistake against ISUs, and he knows his opponent's going ISU. There's like no doubt in his mind. So he's not gonna. He's gonna try and shut that down with medium armor as well as he can this game. Not gonna make the same mistake twice. Good for him. Hopefully he'll be able to make good use of that Panther, shut down this this ISU strategy hard. And his opponent still does have 3 command points until he's going to be able to get an ISU. Oh geez, and that Su-85 is probably gonna be hard pressed to deal with the Panther. In fact, I almost think that Panther could have gone in deep, like right now. Oh no, there are anti-tank grenade screening, so I take that back. Meanwhile, apparently these Grenadiers are still like suppressed up here in the north. Actually, that's a different squad. They will get forced away.
Engineers are standing by. right.
North side fuel will fall into Allied hands once again. Siberian still has no doctrine selection. Had 9 command points. Maybe he just isn't sure if he really wants
From the fatherland.
wants Tiger Ace. Oh wow, he went tier 4. Look at that. That's not something you see every day. Double Panthers, so they really want to shut down the ISU. They really, really want to shut down the ISU. Not going for the Panzer IV, which is really more about not really countering the you don't really counter the ISU by going like a quick P4. A P4 is more about like shutting down enemy infantry, and also kind of going head to head with enemy medium armor. The Panther, on the other hand, is kind of playing the long game. If you spam Panthers, you're kind of at a weakness at the 20-minute mark because the enemies, assuming the enemies are getting medium armor of their own, they can outproduce you for sure. But if you think that they're going to go straight for heavies, then going Panthers, as we've seen Honey Nuts do actually in an earlier match, can pay off. Of course, Honey Nuts in that match had the advantage of Luftwaffe supply. Siberian has no such real advantage. Oh! That could have been devastating. I think CS is actually kind of lucky that the spread of that Katyusha wasn't. I think it's a miracle he got out of that with only 2 model losses. He got a little bit lucky right there. Panther moving up. Oh, he's gonna go in hard, but there is a conscript squad right there. Panther does net the kill. Second Panther is also moving up to screen and protect. Marked vehicle going out on this Panther here. Second Panther moving up though to push away the C-34. There's also a field gun in the back there, discouraging any overly aggressive pushes. We do have Grenadiers moving up to help in the fight as well. More conscripts moving up. Double AT grenade on the Panther, so both Panthers have their engines damaged, but there's not much here in the area to follow up on those damaged Panthers, and CS's blob is too strong. Way too strong. Mark vehicle plane also just got shot down. Everything getting forced away. AT gun Shrek sniped. I think that shock squad did get away, but only like by a hair. And that was a devastating push. That was a devastating push. More Shrek snipes. Shrek snipes happen all the time. There was a patch. I think there was a patch with notes that said like they changed something to reduce the frequency of that, but I mean that just happened twice in one engagement.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Ooh, nice positioning of that pack. That T-34 is dead. Oh, the pack shot missed. Wow, that was lucky. I definitely think Panthers were the right decision. Unfortunately, I mean, an Su-85 in theory should probably be able to go like semi head-to-head with a Panther. As long as it, you know, depending on positioning, of course. I just feel like the Su-85 is just kind of, it's just bad, like, considering what you have to pay for it. It's just a shame that Soviet Tier 4, it's just so bad. Like, the Katyusha is great, but it's really hard to justify the Su-85, and the Su-76 is really, like, really bad. That was a respectable Katyusha volley, though. I think the Katyusha's in a good place. It's pretty much the only unit in Soviet Tier 4 that I think like, is a justifiable purchase.
200 points.
Conscripts trying to push away a minesweeper squad up here. Nice Molotov dodge, but there's plenty moving up to support. Conscripts are retreating though. Allies are probably gonna lose their hold on the fuel here. Meanwhile, here in the south, another Su-85 apparently was produced and killed before I even knew it was on the field. And Siberian's Panther is going in hard on that Katyusha, but the ISU is finally here. I don't know. With two Panthers on the field, I think that ISU is gonna, and not only 2 Panthers on the field, but the supporting Su-85s are dead. They died before the ISU could make it onto the field, so that actually really hurts. So, not sure that ISU is going to be enough. Also, not sure what the Axis are planning for their next fuel purchases. They're going to have enough for another, like more Panthers if they want. Both like creeping up to that point, which I think would be a good idea, but I don't know. Let's see what they choose to do. There's certainly no lack of infantry here in the south. Wow, that ISU is going to have to do a lot of work to have any chance of winning this game.
The enemy is taking our territory. ISU 152.
Engagement happening up here. ISU does land a shot on the Panther, dealing pretty respectable damage. Whoa! That plane crash could have been bad. Conscripts being forced away. Oh jeez. Thus begins the ISU reign of terror. Probably just gonna keep bombing that Schwer Panzer HQ until the Axis does something about it. Looks like CS is planning to do something about it, moving a pretty respectable blob up, kind of on the flanks almost. The ISU is like almost a little overextended. Oh no, and the Katyusha doesn't firing blind. Just fired blind in like totally the wrong spot. Definitely needed to save that for this flanking attack. Oh no, and he's gonna catch the B4 getting constructed. That B4 is gonna get caught under construction, and a Panther is thinking about going in. Changed his mind. Maybe he spotted that field gun and decided it was too risky. See, as his blob is actually pulling back from the B4. Maybe he didn't spot it. No, he definitely sees it. I think he's not sure what he wants to do, whether he wants to go in on the ISU or just take out that B4. Oh, Stuka bomb strike being called in as soon as the construct. That's what he was thinking. He was just going to maintain vision. Oh wait, what? Okay, never mind. He blew up the Zis gun. That B4 apparently also just fired at his blow up, forcing a retreat. But I don't know if that wiped anything. Assault artillery actually is getting called in here on B4 plus Zis gun. Not sure if that's going to get anything though. Pack moving up, getting some shots off on the T-34. This or ISU kind of almost clearing it out, but it is Vet 3, so it has like an insane rate of fire. Finally, CS' Panther moves up on the flank during that ISU's moment of weakness, having taken like massive damage from the pack, and Siberian follows up with his 2 Panthers. And they take that ISU out no problem. They played perfectly into that ISU. They knew it was coming, responded accordingly, and so they absolutely did not give back their opponent what they received. They didn't go Yak Tiger, they didn't go Elephant or anything like that. They just went with medium armor. They knew what their opponent was going to do, and they just super mega hard countered it with medium armor. So, well played, and that is it. That's going to conclude this matchup. Siberian and CS will advance in the tournament. And Easy as Pi, unfortunately, have been eliminated. So, well played by both teams. And up next, we're going to have Jaeger up against All Stars. The semifinals. We're going to get started with that in just a few minutes. Get excited for that. And we'll get started with that very soon.